Winchester.
A few weeks later, I received an invitation from Bishop Waleran. In Winchester, we and Waleran's allies were to meet King Stephen himself. The bishop
That
seemed
looks so
assured
cool.
that because we had helped the king, Stephen would support us in return. And that with his help, we would be able to rebuild Kingsbridge Cathedral.
Percy Hamley.
Bishop Waleran. Good morning. Ali,
Oh, am I playing as her now?
over there. The Hamleys.
Again, thank you for your assistance in Kingsbridge, my son.
We have to thank you. Without you, we wouldn't be here today. Right, Mother?
Of course.
Well,
It
don't just
was the
stand there.
Hamleys
Walk
then.
out with me, but very calmly. We can't let them see us.
Oh, children, pardon me.
Oh, I'm playing as Philip then? Not as
Now
Aliena.
we're only missing one more.
I mean, eventually I will play as Aliena,
Yeah.
I'm sure of it.
Good morning.
Bishop Henry, this is my prior.
Philip
Because
of
I did
Gwynedd,
play
Prior
as
of
her
Kingsbridge, my lord
briefly, right? I
You won't have to say much
chose
today, Philip.
one...
Leave the talking to us.
No, leave the talking to me.
I chose one answer to a
King Stephen is my
question,
brother,
I
after
think.
all.
I don't know.
Let us make haste. My brother is an early riser.
Maybe in the second book, because it's been a while and I still haven't played as her. Chapter 6, The Hamleys.
We must make
Stephen,
haste.
King of the English,
I
Winchester
want to go
Castle.
hunting in the New Forest.
What-
England is full of game. No comparison to Normandy. This country's still wild.
This is Waleran Bygod, the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
Waleran, I remember you. We've met before.
And Percy Hamley.
My king.
He brought Bartholomew to justice. And it's not the first time he's helped me. He has Norman blood in him. We should hunt together someday.
Indeed, sire.
Bartholomew, on the other hand, will not leave the jail alive.
Percy Hamley did not do it without help, my lord. It was I who told him of the plot against you.
And now you come to be rewarded as well. I see.
My brother, the Cathedral of Kingsbridge has burnt down. Waleran asks for a reward, not for himself. He asks for our church.
I take it your church cannot afford to rebuild that cathedral, Henry. Neither can the crown.
I, or rather Bishop Waleran, had an idea. You could give the Earl of Shiring's lands to the Bishop of Kingsbridge to finance the rebuilding of the cathedral.
I like the idea. But Percy and his men were the ones who took Owl's Castle, not Bishop Waleran. Right, Percy?
Yes, my king.
Oh,
There's the
wow.
area. And he will be a loyal Earl, will you not?
Of course, my king.
You ought to give thanks to God first. God made you king.
Don't go on like that, Henry. Don't do that. You know what happens when you do that.
What happens when he does that?
It was a long way to this throne. A long way.
Yes, my brother.
Now I will hunt.
My Lord King, I thank you for being willing to reconsider the future of the Shiring Earldom.
When shall we hear your decision?
tomorrow. Bring my bow. Tell the men we hunt.
Okay.
Philip, Wayland and I have much to discuss.
All right. But what can I do to help?
Well, my brother asked me to get a confession from the traitor Bartholomew. A confession would be helpful against those who believe Bartholomew's arrest was unjust, and it may help us to convince my brother to forget all about his promise to Percy Hamley.
Okay, so Henry is the brother of Stephen. Bishop Henry said a confession from Bartholomew may help us. Okay, so that's my current objective. Okay then, I'm there. They hardly ever look at me. Maybe they feel as lost as here as I do. Court respects power, not faith.
Ah, Philip.
What is it?
About Bartholomew's
About
confession.
Bartholomew's confession.
Maybe you can get him to confess.
I do not believe my prior can do more than you could, Henry.
Perhaps
Yeah,
he knows
how-
he will die, no matter what he says.
Why would he say anything to me instead of the bishop? A grand castle, fit for a king. Francis said castles are like warships. Ships for when the flood of conflicts rise. I don't know. I was too slow. Yeah. Another group of nobles. How they all talk. Francis says at court words are weapons. Wish Francis was here.
Percy Hamley will have the earldom of Shiring.
But would he make a good Earl?
Who
Nope.
cares? Stephen wanted the throne for 20 years. Now that he has it, he must be loyal to those who are loyal to him.
Who knows? Maybe Percy will make a good Earl.
From what I've heard, Lady Hamley pulls the strings.
It seems like it. Were they loyal to the old king? Are they loyal to the new king? Do they have a choice? I forget. What's the new the old king's name? Wait. It was in the letter. And we will be ready to shed blood. No. King Henry. King Henry, yes. Empress Maud is the daughter of King Henry, and King Stephen is the one that we're trying to we're pledging allegiance to. Is that how you say it? I don't know English. His younger brother Henry, a new King Stephen is supported by most of our Norman overlords and even by the church. His younger brother Henry, oh no, okay, his younger brother Henry is Bishop of Winchester. Yeah, we know him. He's here, and one of the most important priests in all of England. I just need to recap a bit because it's been a while since I played it. So, no, but it is King Henry, our late King Henry. So, the bishop has been named after the king, his father. Okay, his only legitimate son, as well as several other relatives, had drowned. Oh, no, wait. So, King Henry isn't the father. Had drowned while crossing. Finally, his daughter, Maud, gave birth to a boy. It was Henry's last wish that his infant grandson would continue his reign as Henry II once the boy came of age. Despite being the rightful heir to the throne, Empress Maud is viewed unfavorably. Oh, that's why, okay. Maud's marriage to Geoffrey of Anjou, the County of Anjou and the Duchy of Normandy. Yeah. Okay, now I remember. For Maud's cousin Stephen of Blois has now crossed the Channel from Normandy and taken the throne by force. And supported by the church. Okay. So King Stephen is better for the church because of Bishop Henry, I'm assuming. But it's okay. So let's talk to this group of
From
nobles.
what I heard, this is about the cathedral in Kingsbridge. It burned down.
Yes.
Then the
Did-
king should help in some manner, but not by giving away English land to the church.
Did you not say Bishop Henry was the richest man in England? Then why is he not paying for the cathedral?
Good question.
God has very tight purse strings, it seems.
Yep, it does seem so. So many colors, knights from all over England, and Normandy for sure.
Bartholomew and his followers would have only been the first wave. Robert of Gloucester remains, and he will attack.
And that's what you keep telling us. Maybe because the king likes to hear that you share his worries about Robert of Gloucester.
Robert of Gloucester wants to see his sister on the throne. He will attack. And the Welsh will fight on his side. You mark my words.
Robert of Gloucester wants to see his sister. Do I know who he is? Why he wants to see his sister on the throne? Wait, what? Okay, now I'm confused. Robert of Gloucester wasn't in the letter, so Francis is working for Robert of Gloucester, right? Why does he want to see his sister on the throne? Like, okay, sure. I'm not saying women can't rule, because they can, but we're talking about the Middle Ages, and Maud was the empress for a while, and that was a problem, so why Robert wants his sister on the throne? Unless it's as a queen consort, you know, as a... to marry the king. But it also seems like they were saying they want to overthrow King Stephen, so I don't know. I'm sure I didn't really understand.
Tomorrow the king will announce his decision. Until then, they won't allow a simple monk like me into the keep.
Fair. So let's go to the Eason's Castle. What? Castlegate. Winchester is a strange place. So many people. Hope I find my way back to the guest house.
No, I won't just leave. I must do something to help our priory. I must do something.
Yeah, no, I get it. So, the other side of the yard. Oh.
How could you let
there's
her get
Percy.
away? That little bitch.
I will find her, Mother.
She was here? Why?
To see her father, of course. But that won't help her.
Oh, it's not Percy.
She has already made a fool of you once. Don't let it happen again.
What's his
No,
name?
Mother.
William, okay. But Percy got all the glory, even though it was William who led the attack. I mean, not saying that he should get all the glory because he's an asshole, but... I'm starting to think we met before. He was with Bishop Wayron, the Hamley's son. I'm starting to get why he's the way that he is. The Hamleys, they defeated Bartholomew. Francis believes that this is a good thing.
Monk, it's about time you showed up.
Huh? Hi, indeed.
Regan Hamley. We have not been formally introduced.
You are a fool.
Huh?
Is that formal enough for you, Monk? You don't understand any of this, do you? It's as if you've never set a single foot outside your little priory. Unbelievable.
Okay, I thought she
How can I
was
help
going to
you,
keep
Lady
talking and I
Hamley?
was just gonna
How
let her.
you let yourself be used by those two greedy bishops, I'll never know. Ugh. Waleran wants the lands of the earldom for himself. Henry knows that. Say something. You don't believe me, do you, Monk?
I don't know. I don't want to say no, you're wrong because Yeah, she might be right, but also I don't want to accuse her. So I'm just gonna stay
Don't
silent.
tell me you didn't suspect any of this. This is how politics works. I know you don't trust me, but your
Ask for
bishops
proofs.
are no
Actually,
different.
I wanted to wait until she stopped.
Prove any of this?
Ride
Oh,
with
wait.
my son, William. Just a few hours. I will prove to you that Waleran will betray you.
All right. I will ride with your son, if only to prove you wrong.
Very well. Maybe you're not a fool, after all. But do not let the bishops see you. William,
What?
ride with Father Philip. Do as I said.
Okay, and she called me Father Philip, so maybe the way I acted
William Hamley
was a good.
declined to tell me where we were heading. He enjoyed
that good?
keeping me in the dark and forcing me to follow his lead. Sometimes he sped ahead on his warhorse, and it took me some effort to catch up. But sooner or later he would stop and wait, sneering as I rejoined him.
Ugh.
On one occasion, he stood there urinating against a rock. When I caught up with him, he turned without covering himself. He found my shock at his shameful behavior comical. He laughed, got back into the saddle, spurred his horse, and rode off. Again, I followed, hoping this journey had not been another horrible mistake.
Okay, so catching up with William, it's the only...
Near a bridge, I found William with a group of washerwomen. He was shouting at them. When I arrived, I could only hear their replies. They said that they had not seen a girl or a boy fitting his description. A younger, blonde woman said that even if she had seen the girl, she would not tell him. Apparently,
he's
she
looking.
had heard of William Hamley.
Okay. So he's looking for Aliena for sure, and they know Aliena, and like they know their relationship, I guess.
William grabbed the startled-looking woman by the arm.
What
He
the
shoved his right hand under her skirt. She started crying. The other women asked William to stop, but were afraid to anger him.
Excuse me,
turned and
William?
grinned when he saw me approaching.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I told William to get on his horse, I rode on... No, of course I didn't just say nothing. Told William to
When
get on
he
his
heard
horse.
my words, William's grin faded. He pushed the young woman away. The other women looked at me in a strange way. They must have asked themselves why a monk would ride with such a man as William. We rode off, and William stared at me full of spite.
I mean, who the hell cares about what they thought of me being a monk with him? I basically saved them. If I rode off on my own, you know, it was pretty clear what would have happened. So, like, I don't care.
I told him I pitied
about
him.
the judgment.
I did not tell him why, because I had no words for it. We did not talk after that. Not for a long time.
Good. I doubt he has anything good to add. Okay, making a stop. Let's see.
William talked to more strangers along the way. First, I believed he was asking for directions. Then I realized that money was changing hands. William was paying these people for information. I was glad that for now he had lost interest in hurting others. Then I saw an old woman pointing William to a bearded man on a horse.
Okay.
William called the man a horse thief. Then he grinned and signaled the puzzled man to get on his horse and ride with him. They rode faster and faster, and I could not hear what more they talked about.
Interesting. Keep a distance, get closer to hear more. Ooh. No. I mean, I'm just a monk. But... I just don't know Oh, we're going to the shrine. That is part of the lands that that we want to get, that Waylord wants to get, in theory. Oh, and I like that you can see here Winchester one day on horseback, because that's where we came from. Lincoln 7 days on horseback. Gloucester 2 days, and Salisbury half a day. Can I? Oh well. So, can I save? I can save. I should have done this more often. I haven't saved at all with these decisions. Oh, this is a little further away, which is what I wanted to do. No. Oh, if I do this. Oh, that's nice. Wait. So this is the shiring. All of this is the shiring, but shiring is also... So I guess shiring is both an area and like a keep, or what you will call it. What would you call it? Town? I don't know. City? I don't know. Or maybe that's because we're going to shiring? I'm not sure. And Hamley apparently is also a place. Anyway, I'm just wasting time because I don't know what to choose. Let's get closer. I'm too curious. I don't think he would do it though.
To have the man hanged for stealing a horse of his, and then ordered him to hunt down the real thieves in exchange for his life. The man laughed as if he had made a great bargain. William even paid him. Before the man rode off north, William mentioned a name. Aliena. And I prayed that whatever William's plan was, that it would fail.
Okay. I mean, he's a priest. He's not... It doesn't mean that he is not curious, because overhearing a conversation is not a sin, you know?
William waved at me to ride faster. I reckoned we had to be close to where Lady Hamley wanted us to go. Not long after, my stomach turned as I realized just where exactly we were bound.
The shiring. The shiring. Oh, Bishop Wedren's palace? What? Why?